how do I study for the Algebra 2 Regents? There's a couple ways to do this. One thing you can do is you can look up old Algebra 2 Regents. Now, the Algebra 2 Regents, let me just actually write this down first. But the thing about, the Algebra 2 Regents is that they give you, so there's actually a website, and I'll put it in the link in the description, but it basically gives you all the Algebra 2 Regents basically. And there's all the problems from those previous Algebra 2 Regents, and there's also answer keys as well as exemplars for the kind of responses. Another way to study for the Algebra 2 Regents is Another way to study for the Algebra 2 Regents is you can try teaching others. All right. So I know this might sound weird, but when you're kind of physically talking about like a concept, you're physically kind of face to face with a person, you're teaching them about a certain Algebra 2 concept, let's just say factoring, you're basically ingraining those ideas of factoring into your head. So when you're teaching others, not only are you teaching that other person, but you're also teaching yourself. You're also, you're saying these things out loud, and that's just going to help you memorize it better. So that's another way to do things. Another way to study for the Algebra 2 Regents, use Khan Academy. Or any other kind of online resource that has practice problems, videos. You can maybe check out my channel as well. But yeah, I'm just saying, Khan Academy, great resource. Tons of problems they have there. Pretty sure they have all units. They don't have statistics and probabilities, so that's when you might check out like other channels, but that's just something to know. And finally, another thing you can do to study for the Algebra 2 Regents is you can study with friends. Studying with friends always makes things more fun. It's important not to get too distracted, but studying with friends, if you're on task, you're locked in, and you test each other on specific practice problems or specific kind of formulas you have to memorize, well, that's also really crucial, especially when you have a good idea, you have a good understanding of what your weaknesses are. That's like another thing about just test taking in general. You got to find out where your weak points are, and you got to work on the weak points. And a great way to do that is have your friends test you. So yeah, that is another way to study for the Algebra 2 Regents.